Welwees beteken om gesond en gelukkig en goed aangepas te wees in al die fasette van jou lewe. Hierdie fasette sluit in jou fisiese, emosionele, intellektuele, beroeps, sosiaal en geestelike welwees. Wanneer jy verantwoordelikheid vir jou eie welwees aanvaar, verhoog jy jou kanse op sukses, ook in jou studies en in jou loopbaan.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Welcome to the first mental session.
Thanks.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Excited?
Yeah.
Nervous?
Tired a bit.
Hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Hungry.
today, basically what we're going to do, we're introducing a wellness program. At the university, we're not just interested in your academic or just purely your academic success. We really want to see people and students that are well in every aspect and every dimension of their lives. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're just going to facilitate conversation around how we can be well in every dimension in our lives, not just academic or one specific dimension. Okay, you guys, I'll explain completely now. But basically, if we look at our lives in terms of a wheel, our lives. So I'm going to use a metaphor of a wheel. I'm a wheel, you're a wheel, and we've got a tire that is split up into 6 different compartments or dimensions. Okay? So if one of those compartments, so think about riding down a road with a lot of potholes. If your wheel isn't pumped up properly, or one of those compartments isn't pumped up properly, you potentially could cause a lot of damage, right? So what we are wanting to do is we want to make sure that your whole tire is pumped up fully, so that we can avoid any changing of tires and unnecessary obstacles in our lives, that we can just roll over all those obstacles in life. To make sure that, and to do that, we need to be well. Okay. So here we've developed these cards these wellness cards. It's called Enhance Success Through Wellness. So here's the wheel, just as an illustration, which represents us, all of us. Okay, so I'll just read the definition of what we're going to do. So wellness means to be healthy, happy, and well-adjusted in all facets of your life. Okay, these facets include, so here are the 6 different dimensions that make us a whole. If you want to take notes, you can, not necessary, but you can. These facets include your physical, your emotional, your intellectual, your career, your social, and your spiritual wellness. Okay? So when you take responsibility for your own wellness, you increase your chances of success, and also in your studies and in your career. Okay, so does everyone understand? So now what we're going to do today, we're not going to discuss every single dimension, because we've got a whole year to cover every dimension. But so what we're going to do today is we're just going to focus on one of these dimensions. Is there any specific one that you guys would like to focus on, perhaps?
How about the emotional wellness one?
The emotional. That's
what.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great idea. We can start. So is everyone happy with starting with emotional wellness?
That's fine.
Okay.
Soos jy kan sien, begin die mentor die eerste sessie met die definisie van welwees, die metafoor of simboliek van die welwiel, en daarna verduidelik hy hoe die gesprek gevoer gaan word. Eers dan begin die eintlike welweesgesprek oor een van die 6 dimensies wat deur die mentee gekies is. Maar voordat ons by die gesprek kom ons kyk na elke kaart en wat daarop verskyn om jou as mentor te help. Die eerste ongenommerde kaart is die welwiel en die doel met hierdie gesprekke. Agterop is die 3 kernbeginsels wat eintlik die metodiek saamvat, naamlik luister, leer en leef, en die definisie van welwees. Kaart 1 is fisiese welwees, kaart 2 emosionele welwees, kaart 3 intellektuele welwees, kaart 4 beroepswelwees, kaart 5 sosiale welwees en kaart 6 spirituele welwees. Kom ons laat Stefan en die mentees demonstreer hoe so 'n gesprek kan verloop.
Okay, so I'll just read to you guys the definition. So we're going to use this card just to help us facilitate conversation in a meaningful way. Okay, so emotional wellness is about feeling good about yourself and having positive self-esteem. It's about being aware of your emotions and being able to express them. Okay? Emotional wellness is about dealing with stress, expectations, and emotional challenges more effectively than taking responsibility for your feelings. everyone understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the back of this card we have all the different kinds of emotions that we have, or that we experience as human beings and students. The colorful ones are all the more positive emotions, and the grey ones are like the, the not so nice ones. Would you guys, so just take a look, I'll pass the card around, you guys can each just take a look at the different emotions. But I would just like to explain how this process is going to go. Okay, how this conversation is going to flow and how it's going to be meaningful for all of us. So there are three aspects that we need to take into consideration. We're going to listen to each other, we're going to learn from each other, and then we're going to live out what we've learned. So it's not the typical, mentor, me mentoring you, giving you good advice and sending you off into the big student world or whatever with all my knowledge and wisdom. We are going to learn from each other. Okay, that's what makes this different. I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to learn from you just as much as you're here to learn from each other and from me. So we're going to listen to each other. Then we're going to learn from what each one has said. So if you have any tips or if you have any experiences in your own life that you'd like to share, please feel free. And then we're going to see if we can implement that, how we can implement that in our lives. Okay, so let's get started with a card. So I'll just read a question. Is there any specific negative emotion that you guys might be feeling now? I remember when I was a first year, I was so nervous and coming into a new environment, a new situation. I just, I didn't really know how to deal with that, but I knew that I was stressed and that something wasn't quite lekker. So, is there any one of you that maybe regularly deals with a specific kind of negative emotion, like Monique?
Well, when I saw those circles, the anxiety and stress, I feel that quite a lot when it's exam time and when it's test time. Like it gets so bad that sometimes my palms are sweaty and I get super nervous that I can't even study, I can't even concentrate, so that by the time exams come around, I'm just not 100%.
Sure.
So,
and in like situations like welcoming and meeting people, I'm not really a public speaker and like I have a soft voice as well. So meeting new people also like creates anxiety and like having to put yourself out there, and yeah, it's just a little bit stressful around this time of the year.
Ek was op 'n stadium so voor eksamen dat die vrees my lam gemaak het. Ek kan swat nie. Jy sit dan om jou goed klaar te kry. Toe het iemand vir my voorgestel, ek moet lank voor die tyd begin voorberei, my bandles maak en dan in 'n soos 'n gewoonte inkom om te oefen elke dag, vroeg te gaan slaap. Bietjie moeilik is, maar ek sien dit help nogal.
So I was just wondering, like, I think it's good advice, but how or when should you do something like that?
Gewoonlik maar as ek oor die eksamen dink of iets wat vir moeilik kan wees, vir uitdagings wat my verhoed. Dan dis ook maar 'n positiewe selftalk. Ek kan vir myself sê, dis maar net 'n toets jy gaan skryf, jy het goed voorberei, jy gaan goed doen. Dat die stres nou nie nog altyd swakker doen is nie, kan of nie.
Ja, en ek speel tennis. So leer dit of nie, ja. En ek maak die positiewe selftalk absoluut deel van my routine. So voor my wedstryde, in die wedstryde, so ek saggies vir myself, ek weet presies om te doen, ek weet wat ek gaan doen. En vandat ek het doen, het ek gesien 'n groot soos improvement in al my wedstryde. So dit werk.
Okay. But I mean, do you actually speak? Do you move your lips and speak, or is it all kind of going on cognitively in your head?
Ja. Wel, ek praat nie saggies nie. Dis meer 'n ding van ek laat myself positiewe goed dink. En as jy jouself as jy positiewe gedagtes hou in jou kop, dan werk dinge gewoonlik uit. So, ja.
Wow, guys, this is great. See, we're already doing the listening, learning, and living it out. The great tips without even realizing. Henry and Loveland, guys have given us great, tools to work with. Do you think there are any ways that these principles can be applied to someone that's maybe not struggling with anxiety, or what do you guys think?
Ja, vir my was dit met die positiewe selftalk het my angs oorgestaan in selfvertroue. En ek het 'n sekere rustigheid beleef dat ek my beste sal kan doen alles wat ek doen. En ek dink enigiemand sou kan met positiewe self-talk sy of haar selfvertroue verbeter en dis dan presteer en floreer, soos jy verduidelik.
Is there anyone else that wants to say anything?
Well, I was just wondering, like, what we're talking about now is more like a solution to a negative problem, but maybe we should try and also live out our lives positively. Maybe, like, how would you try to do that from the start, not just focus on the negative?
Ek hou dink soos 'n gratitude journal. Soos ek skryf om in my stilte tyd neer, waarvoor ek dankbaar is deur die dag of deur die week, of sit dit net in 'n stilte tyd. En dan moet ek sê dat die meerderheid van my emosies baie meer positief gemaak het. Ek soos 'n week na die tyd soos net teruggaan en dan net kyk wat ek gedoen het en dan sit ek dankbaar en dan is dit so positief impak op my lewe.
Do you feel like you have to write it down, or like do you think that you could just run through it as well in quiet time, or do you think there's another way?
What do you think you need to write it down? What do you guys think?
I don't think you necessarily need to write it down every single day, but maybe if you can write it down like once a week and like get into a routine of actually taking our time, sitting down, writing it down, you can actually look back and see where your negative emotion became a positive emotion and like what tool you used. Yeah.
Wow. So guys, this was a great session.
Really cool.
Hey, so do you guys see the dynamic? Us learning, living. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And it wasn't too stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the conversation aspect of it, like just talking.
Yeah.
I was expecting to come in here and it's going to be like you being the mentor is going to be giving us all advice, like a psychologist. But I like the fact that like we're all helping each other here, because in the res or in our houses we can actually like go and help each other there as well. It's not like being dependent on a single person.
Exactly. So next time, this is exactly what we're going to be doing. It's just going to be relaxed. We're going to just have conversation about all the different dimensions. So come to the next session. I'm really excited for the next session, and think about which dimension you guys would like to speak about then.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Okay. Cheers, guys. You must have a lovely week. Good to see
Thank
you.
you so much.
Monique, could you just stay behind? I'd just love to just catch you quick. How did you find the session? Was it good?
Yeah, it was quite relaxed. I was really surprised. I was expecting something totally different.
I'm glad. I just wanted, I won't keep you long, I just quickly wanted to, I know you sharing about your stressful and anxiety, I know that it can be quite a daunting thing to go in, and these conversations aren't necessarily always equipped to help you specifically, but I just want to let you know that if you ever are wanting one-on-one, you know, I know that the university has great resources to help more intensely and more specifically with things like exam stress and learning methods. It's called the SSVO, and you're welcome. You can just let me know, and then I can refer you. Then we actually have professional people that are trained. I'm not trained to do any of that kind of thing, so I can only help you up to a certain point. But if you ever feel the need to take this further, there is resources available. So I just thought I'd let you know about that if you're interested.
No, I'm definitely interested. Thank you so much. I'll see how things go, and then I'll keep you posted. And with early assessment results and stuff coming up, I think I'm definitely going to be checking the SSVO.
SSVO,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll go check them out. Thanks,
Sure. Thanks so much.